Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with Matt, the mortgage guy. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, Mike. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. So every Wednesday, as you know, the Mortgage Brokers Association, I think it's called, sends out a note. I read it this morning because I know I speak with you. So again, purchase demand down 1% week on week, 10% year on year, refi demand 75%. But it's a really interesting time. Rates are down for like 3 out of 4 weeks. It's really an interesting time to be in the mortgage business. What's going on?
Yeah, it is an interesting time. And like you said, refinance business has plummeted. I think, that's been a recurring theme. We all saw it coming. We all know it's coming. Quicken's the only one that's out there headhunting people, trying to refinance everybody. Probably a separate conversation, but my data guy that I talk to every other week told me that in April, 60% of Quicken's 30-year conventional volume was cash out refi.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I mean, and that's the thing too. If you're a consumer that's getting targeted by a company pushing cash out refinance, you owe it to yourself, whether it's me and my team, greatmortgagebroker.com, or whether it's anybody else you like and trust, have somebody take a look.
I want to say it even more forcefully. If you have a 30-year mortgage today below 4% and you're getting pushed, prodded, sold to do a cash out refi, and your 30-year money is going to be in the 5s or heaven forbid in the 6s, don't do that. There's maybe like 5% of you out there that had some life event happen where it's like the only option you have. But most of you, you're being silly. You are getting sold a dream. Oh, pay off your credit cards. No, you don't take a $300,000 mortgage at 3% to pay off 20%, 15K. You don't do the stupid things like that. Get a second opinion. And if you're being hard sold by Quicken or any other body shop like that, go get a second opinion.
Yeah. And that's the thing. 2/3 of cash out refinances are debt consolidation. Like in data analysts, like prepay speak, they call it like average incentive of the universe, meaning if the average incentive for the universe is negative 200 basis points, that means like current rate's 5.25, and the average rate down here is 3.25, 200 basis points. He said that on some buckets they're looking at, like that is approaching 240 basis points, meaning your rate's going to go up 2.4%. Not something you want to do. You know what's crazy too, Mike?
That's horrible.
These loans are prepaying at a faster rate than a period in 2018. The last one they can look at when rates went up, when that average incentive universe was only negative 75 basis points. So at a period in time, 2018, where we're, hiking the rate up 3/4 of a point, less people were refinancing than they are now at this negative 240 basis points. It's obvious there's more technology, Mike. There's more stuff that allows these companies to, for lack of a better word, prey on people, right?
This is what they're doing. I've been doing this a long time. You have to be nice because you're in the mortgage industry. I don't. We have a lot of people who made a home acquisition in the last couple of years or years before. Not only did they get in lifetime low rates, but they've also had seen amazing appreciation. They are being sold what crushed the housing market last time. Make your house the ATM. And not only are they making their house the ATM, they're not changing their financial habits, so they're going to be stupid and run up those credit cards again, and then they'll be in worse shape. But they're also making their monthly expenses less. They're taking discretion. If you are a family and you have $1,000 discretionary income, you do a stupid cash out refi and your discretionary goes to $300, you still got to make that mortgage payment. You're just stretched. Your margin of safety. You are being preyed on by what I will call bad actors. Matt did not. This is not okay. This is predatory. Your interest rate's going up 240 basis points, 2.4%, because you're going to pay off a measly 15 grand of credit cards. That is a stupid financial decision.
Yeah. And I'll tell you this, I have a lot of conversations with folks in this time we're in, right, where there's a lot of home equity. Sure, people have consumer debt. Sure, there's some things that they would like to do with this equity. I'm excited. It's not here yet, but I know it's coming soon. Wholesale mortgage companies are going to get into the home equity line of credit space.
Oh, absolutely.
I know it. So Q3 of this year, I hope to have some sort of products, because I can refer folks out and I could say, find a local credit union, small bank. They're going to offer home equity lines of credit. But, beyond that, I don't have a lot of control on how they structure it, what they do. Being somebody who likes financial education, who likes serving people, I would love to get more involved with that and kind of analyze for folks. Okay, you've got 15,000 in credit card debt. Maybe a home equity line of credit makes sense. Here's what the rate is. There might be an adjustable product. There might be a fixed rate product. A lot of these conversations are going to lead to, hey, listen, when we boil it down, you've got $9,600 in credit card debt. Make a plan to pay that off.
Exactly.
Don't do more debt to get yourself in a better position.
No, if you're not changing the behavior, you're getting out of a hole, but you haven't taken away the shovel. You're just going to dig again. And I agree with you. I think I've said this to the non-QM lenders. I said, I guarantee you the person that wins the lending market in the future, like meaning the next 6 to 9 months, is going to be whoever comes out with a second or a home equity line, because I'm going to be screaming like I just did. Doing a cash out refi to pay off debt when your mortgage goes up 240 is a stupid financial move. However, taking out 20 grand of your 100K in equity and cutting up your credit card. I mean, there are things that I would get behind, but refining a 2.7% first into a 6% first is stupid and a bad move. I can get behind small seconds or equity lines.
Right,
Maybe
yeah.
if you change behavior.
And a game plan, to not only, change behavior, but to get it paid off and, have a 12, 24-month plan where like, I can see that finish line. This HELOC's paid off. My credit card debt is paid off. The cards are cut up.
Yeah, I've had to do it. Yeah, back when Olivia and I were doing needs versus wants 20 some odd years ago, we cut up, I don't know, I think I cut up 2 of my 3 cards because I didn't want them. I mean, I didn't turn them off, but I didn't use them, right? They were gone. They weren't in my wallet anymore. Again, I am very nervous for companies that feel okay preying on people, either it's credit cards or a pool or whatever. There are so few reasons why you should do a refinance on 30-year debt at 2.5 to take it to 6. There are a couple, but very few. To feel like 66% of those loans are being done by an organization's just not okay. So
yeah, and I'll tell you what, like the data is the same every time I talk to the folks and get it from these data crunchers, these prepay analysts. If you want to find the bucket where they're prepaying the fastest, meaning refinancing the most, it's lower credit buckets, which
what
makes it even
like
worse.
650 or what?
600 to 640.
Yeah.
Or 640 to 680 even. And, the fact that they're paying off much faster than 740 to 780, knowing what I know about pricing, you said 6%, it's probably 6% or higher for a cash out refinance with that credit score, because that credit score is going to come with a higher interest rate. And so, no matter what rate they're currently in, it's a lot worse rate. And I can tell you, Mike, like it makes, me sick to my stomach thinking about some of these loan estimates I've seen where who knows what the conversation went like. But if you're 3.15 and you're doing a cash out refinance and getting 19,000 in cash out, but I see 14 or 15,000 in points and fees added to your principal, like it's bad on top of bad, right? Like it's equivalent in my mind to like a payday loan, right? Where somebody goes and they end up paying, $7,200 back when they borrowed 12.
I will say this is near as I can tell, this is legal. It shouldn't be. It's still financial suicide. It's just dumb. It's just a dumb move. If somebody wants to get honest mortgage advice, information, comparisons, get a second a look, how do you want them to reach out and tell us about your YouTube channel?
Sure. Go to greatmortgagebroker.com. Let us know where you're at, how we can help. Once the team reaches out, hey, I found Matt on Zuber's channel or want him to look at a loan estimate. Sure. Send us that and we'll be happy to take a look. And then on YouTube, Matt the Mortgage Guy on YouTube, 2 to 3 videos per week, mortgage industry, guideline changes, all kinds of stuff on that. My thoughts on the real estate market. my real conversations with agents and consumers and everything that comes out of that, right? I'm just sharing my honest thoughts as a guy with some boots on the ground. So be cool if we saw a little spike in subs over there on Matt the Mortgage Guy on YouTube.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you.
Thanks, Mike.
Mhm.